Hey everybody, welcome back. I got some new ideas for putting together some homemade MREs. I also came across some new stuff to put inside of them, so let's check it out. Alright, everybody, welcome back. I want to show you everything I've come up with here today. I got some new items that I found in Walmart for packing into your MREs, some new different stuff like these little Great Day bowls and stuff. So we're going to go through that and show you. I'm going to show you some of the MREs that I came up with and give you some ideas on calorie counts on them. But first I want to tell you about regular MREs because we really need a baseline. If you're going to do this seriously and you're going to think about how many calories you need, you really need a baseline to start at. So each regular military MRE has an average of 1,250 calories, and that's 13% protein, 36% fat, 51% carbohydrate. Now, I'm not going to try too hard to recreate that, because honestly, I never finish a whole military MRE. But it does give me a guideline to think about. If I'm a few hundred below it or above it, it won't kill me. But I needed the baseline, so I had to really look that up. Now, military MREs are designed to be as calorie dense as possible. And since my body isn't used to that, I figure it's best long-term to kind of make them at a reduced level to what I'm used to taking and taking in as food. So that's why I came up with this stuff here. Seriously, I have so many sides from military MREs that I just couldn't finish. So for me, something a little smaller and a little less calorie dense would be perfect. I may not be, when I'm eating this, I may not be doing anything all that athletic, you know. It's very high possibility that during some kind of emergency or disaster, if I'm working with either the CERT group or my ham radio group, I could be manning a clipboard sitting in a corner. So, I really don't need 1,200 calories and 51% carbs. But I may need to have lunch. So that's why I came up with these. And also, I never eat a whole MRE, so this is really good. Now, what you see over here is some new stuff I found, and I kind of integrated some of it into my MREs that we're going to pack up today. And I'm going to show you how this works. So homemade MREs kind of give me options. The other cool thing about homemade MREs is you can put in there what you like. It doesn't need to make sense. You know what I mean? If you want, spam and rice and black beans, you can do that, even if it doesn't make sense. So that's what we're doing with this stuff today. Now, I'm going to walk you through first. You guys know about the VT Thai lime and herb, and this is going to be for a later MRE. But this stuff is awesome if you find it. And a lot of people have asked me, or they mentioned about Walmart and why I use Walmart so much. Well, two reasons really. Number one, Walmart is the biggest retailer in my town. Pahrump may be a large surface area town. There's a lot of land here, but there's not a ton of people. It's like 34,000, and we have 3 grocery stores, and that's it. So most of the time, I'm in Walmart. And also, Walmart is the most ubiquitous. It's everywhere, If I want to tell you to build one of these in a hurry, if you're down in Florida and that storm's coming down on you and you want to protect your food and have a little bit to go and keep it sealed up, you're going to go to a Walmart. It's right there. It's right in front of you. So that's why I use them. They're they're a good baseline. You get a read of all the stores by checking the most common store. That's why I use them the most. So again, we got the fruit juice, Capri Suns, and I'm going to put one of those in each. I kind of consider this a dessert because I'm not a big dessert person. I wouldn't go and put like a snack candy or cake or something in there. This for me would be fine as a dessert. The Uncle Ben's butter and garlic rice. Again, this is microwavable, but of course you can heat this up in a pan. You can make a double boiler, whatever. And I'm trying to stick with the MRE concept, the meal ready to eat. So you may need to heat it up, but any of this stuff's edible without even heating it up. Even the ramen soup. I've seen people eat them raw and sprinkle the seasoning on like salt. Kind of gross, I think, but hey, you know what? Someone may like it. So there's that. This is over here, this guy. And I got another one on this MRE that I put together. These are little bean bowls. Now, for you folks out there that are vegetarian, these are awesome options because there's no meat in these. These are completely vegan. As it says, plant-based protein. But they also make awesome side dishes. They're not too heavy in calories. There's one serving, it's 210 calories, but still, pretty darn good option. So there's those. Again, Crystal Light, you can use this, you can use Gatorade, Propel, all these little individual type tubes. I like the taste of this stuff, that's why I picked it. As far as hydrating goes, if you want more electrolytes, you can use the Propel. I have some Propel too, but we're just going to pack these up with these Crystal Lights. And the ever popular As Luke from the Outdoor Gear Review says, taster's nasty. Or taster's choice. I like this stuff, actually. I don't really have a problem with it. Actually, this is the darker Colombian stuff, and it's pretty good. And again, it comes in the little individual servings. So, let me show you the vacuum sealer. Let's get some of the stuff put to the side, and then we'll go over calorie counts as I seal them. I'll show you the vacuum sealer I use and the bags I use. Now, what I have for vacuum sealing is pretty basic. I didn't spend a ton on a vacuum sealer. This was, again, the cheapest one in Walmart. This is just made by Ziploc. It's a decent one. It does a very good job. Way better than the older one I had from a few years ago. But it's just a simple one. You don't need to spend $80, $90 on one. This was, I think, $24. I got the Ziploc bags. The reason I got the bags is because one side of this is already sealed. Less failure points. If you have to get a plain, the roll, it's a little cheaper, but you have to seal the back and the front of your homemade MRE, and that's more chance of failure. I like to be able to double seal it, so I'll do the end of it, I'll stuff everything in, I'll do the end once and then do it again. After I've sucked it out, I want to make sure that seal is double done. To do both sides is kind of annoying, and then you have to cut them, and there's waste, and this way I know what's going to fit in there. So it's pretty simple. You just take one of these out. There you go. And as you can tell, the cool part about this is you've got this area up here that you can write in. So you can put your calorie counts, you can put what's in it, you can put whatever you want up there. And the nice thing about these bags, the Ziploc bags, is they're a little more expensive. I think they were $8 for 20 of them. But they're really, really sealed. They're really thick material. And they seal really well as well. So, and there's no reason saying you can't use a bigger one. If you want to use the gallon bag size, that's fine too. If you're packing up, let's say, an MRE for the whole day, And that's the cool thing about these is you can make these as big or small as you want. They're kind of scalable. You can scale them up or down any way you want. Heck, you could even pack up them with individual little coffees or individual little snacks or nuts or anything. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you how I load it up, and we're going to seal it on camera. So let me get the next MRE in here, and I'll show you what's up with that. All right, I realized I already packed this. I'm sitting here talking. I didn't have the camera running. I hit the wrong button. Anyway, I did unwrap the completes. I took that out of there. This is what I like to call my junk food one. It's got the Spam and the mac and cheese. Anyway, this is where I wrote down what we have here. We have 900 calories in this one. Generally, you want to pack these so that there's nothing sharp sticking out anywhere. They will compress. They might, But you see I have a fork in there and a tissue wrapped around it. That won't help it from poking through, though. But you want to put it somewhere over there, like I didn't put it with the juice. And I didn't realize I packed it and the camera wasn't running. Anyway, we'll pack another one with the camera running. The key to getting a good seal on these is to having this as flat as possible. See? You want it in like that. You don't want it all the way up right against it. You just want it flat and sealed well. So let's try this out. There we go. Get it in there and sealed. That doesn't look flat. There we go. And it's sometimes hard because these are so packed full. That's why I said you have the option of using a bigger bag. All right. There we go. Sucking everything down, as you can see on video. And amazingly enough, it doesn't break the ramen soup. I've packed a lot of stuff in these. Nothing explodes or breaks inside. It's still sealing because you got the red there. Now what I'm going to do when this is done is I'm going to seal it one more time, back it out a little bit, and give it a second seal. And that's as much as you need to back it out, just that little tiny bit. That way if the first seal breaks for some reason, you have that second seal to keep it nice and closed up. So it's not the nicest shape in the world, but you know what? In an emergency, if you're facing flooding, fire, you got to evacuate real quick, that's a meal. You see how I have the two different seal lines up top there. And there you go. So, let's pack another one. Alright, so here's the next one. This is the 750 calorie one. Alright. Now, you'll notice I'm not going nuts on the silverware. I'm just putting a fork in. I don't really plan on even using it, but it's just in case if I had to. I always carry some kind of silverware in my go gear, no matter whether it's a get-home bag, a bug-out bag, whatever. So I always have something. But it's nice in case I don't have something, or in case I have to really run quick and leave everything behind, I got something to eat it with. But then again, I'd want to cook it, so chances are I'm not running out of my house anytime soon without at least my bug out bag. Alright, so let's put this in. This may take a little fitting. You may have to do this a few times. I know with the first one I had to kind of, which was bummed out when I lost the footage. I had to mess around with it, fix it up, get it the way I wanted it. So it may take a few times to get it in there. We're going to get the chicken in here. And you don't have to rush everything in at once, you know. You can put 1 or 2 items at a time. I want to put that on the outside. Like that, so I see what it is. Sometimes things fit a lot better when you don't squeeze them in all at once. So there you go. That's pretty well packed. I got my coffee. I got my Crystal Light. And, because everything's better with hot sauce, remember how I told you to save these guys? When you get extras from the fast food places or wherever you eat out, save them. I'm running a little low because I haven't eaten out in a while. But here we go. I still got a good stash. I'm going to stick this over here on the side, facing inward, against the thick pack. You shake it down like that. I want to get that stuff out of the way. Again, we want to get that flat surface. What you want to avoid is like sealing it like this. You never want to seal it like that. You want to get it as flat as humanly possible across the top and as low as humanly possible. Gives you more surface area for the vacuum to work. You really only have to get it inside that little spot there. Okay. And there we go. It's a fairly quick process once you figure out what you want inside and how to get it all inside. Okay? We're going to wait till that red light goes off, or however your vacuum sealer works. And then I'm going to back it out a tiny little bit, close it back down and hit the seal again. I'm going to seal up the last one, bring you back and give you my final thoughts on it, and we'll go from there. But I think this is a really efficient way of making MRE-like meals for very inexpensive and get exactly what you want inside of them. So, there we go. It's funny, the other day I had a kind of a trollish comment on one of my videos saying, "Oh, I thought this was homemade. I don't see anything freshly preserved or canned. You're eating GMOs." And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm going to stick a bunch of bell jars in the back of my backpack as I'm running out the door. The idea is to feed yourself. The idea isn't health food here. So, let's pack up the last one. And I'll bring you back. I'll let you take a look at what they look like and give you my final thoughts on them. All right, so there you go. They're all sealed up. I have the calorie counts written on them. That's something I didn't do last time. Some people asked. And that's kind of good for me to know, too, because if I'm having a day where I'm really hungry and very physically active, I can eat a bigger one. If I'm not, I can eat a smaller one. It's all stuff I like. And again, remember to buy what you like to eat. You know, if you buy stuff thinking, I'll eat that if I'm hungry enough, you won't rotate it and you'll end up throwing it out. So definitely a good idea. I did remember to pack a little bit of hot sauce in each one of these from, I don't know where this is from, I'm not sure, Salsa del Sol, that little jalapeno hot sauce, but I have the fajita chicken and the rice bowl in there, so that's probably going to be really, really good. Now everything will fall over on me. But anyway, that's some new ones. I probably won't be doing any more of these for a little while, just because I got a bunch of other content to do. But I know some people were really interested in doing them, and I want to show you the equipment I use and some new stuff that I came across to do the videos. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out our Amazon store, our Olight link down below. There is another flash sale coming up, so you got to pre-register to get your freebie. And our Thrive Life link down below if you want to get started on some freeze-dried food. That's actually not a bad idea for our next video where we do a freeze-dried one with a homemade MRE. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.